Welcome everybody back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. If you're new here, my name is Coach Magali. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope that you find the value that you clicked on this video for. In today's video, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a pep talk slash behind the scenes of what I as a personal trainer do to get myself out of the funk, to get myself moving in the right direction. Here's a point that I want to drive home, and I hope that this message comes across all of my content, no matter what your experience level, no matter how long you've been doing this or how little you've been doing this, or if you've never started. We're all going to struggle with the motivation and the desire to keep going for whatever reason, whether it be life got crazy, whether it be we're not seeing the results that we want, whether we're getting bored. I mean, the list of reasons for falling off are endless, but the point is that we're all going to come across that period of time at some point, and when we do, it's not going to be the last, and we're going to continuously go through that up and down, and it sounds obvious. We know this is a fact of life in everything that we do, but yet every time it comes, we act surprised, we beat ourselves to the ground, and we think we're a failure. What you do with that funk is what determines who you are and if you achieve your goals or not, because that's not the factor that makes people successful, whether or not they're motivated. It's how they react over and over and over again when those moments do come. I recently had about 2 to 3 weeks of kind of inconsistent workouts. Some weeks I'd work out 1, some weeks I'd work out 2, when normally I work out 4 to 5. So as you can imagine, that's a big change mentally, especially as a professional when it comes to I'm the standard, I'm the person who my clients look up to. I have to be living the life and I have to be up to standard, and I wasn't. And it really wasn't fun. I beat myself up a lot. I was very stressed out. I felt very blah and just lethargic and unmotivated in many things. 2 to 3 weeks is the longest I've had happen before. All of that to say is, 1, I'm a personal trainer. We go through this, so you're gonna go through this. 2, it's not going to be the last time you ever go through it, so make sure you're prepared for the next time that it comes again. And number 3, give yourself the grace to feel what you're feeling, and don't try to stop it from happening, because you can't do that. You can't stop feelings from coming in. You can't stop the unmotivation. You can't stop the stress of life. You can't stop the overwhelm. That's not going to be able to be stopped. It's going to come. It's natural. It's part of the human experience. It's a reflex. But remember that what you do after that initial feeling comes in is up to you, and that's what I want to talk about in this video. So what is the first thing that you need to do to get from where you are now, which is unmotivated, not really taking action, letting life kind of pass you by, to taking action towards the goals that matter to you? The first thing you want to do is remind yourself of this one thing and cling on to it for dear life, because it's going to save your ass. And I say this because I've used it time and time again. It's my go-to statement to myself when I need to get back into it, but at the same time, I'm so overwhelmed with how behind I am. You are always one workout, one single meal, one single healthy habit away from getting back on track. And I say to cling on to this because we have this idea in our mind. Let's say it's been 2 months since you've been off, and you think, I have to get back to where I was 2 months ago for me to feel like I'm back on track, so that I can then continue and move forward and make progress. How overwhelming is it going to feel when you're already feeling like crap? You're already unmotivated, you haven't done anything, and now you're saying, I have to wait 2 months for me to feel like I'm back on track again. We're never going to start, we're never going to do anything, and we're never going to take the actions that we need to take. So instead of thinking of all of the reasons why you're so behind and all of the work that you have to do to get back and all this stuff, just think to yourself, I just have to get one workout. You complete the workout. It may be shitty. You may be really sore the next day because it's been a while. You may not be as strong as you once were, and it might not feel that great. When you're done with that workout, you're going to feel this sense of relief, of pressure that has been removed off of you, because you just proved to yourself that you can do what you're so overwhelmed about, because it was just one workout that you need to do. Now you do the next one. Just one workout that I have to do next to be able to get back on track. And you do it again, and it's going to still be a little crappy because you're out of shape. It's been so long. You're still sore. And you're going to do it, and it may not be perfect. Then that second workout that's completed, that relief again. You continuously do that, as you can imagine, and I'm sure you've gone through periods of your life where you've experienced this. Eventually, you're going to start to build back up that momentum and that excitement to take action and the belief in yourself that you can. The problem is that we get behind, we let ourselves slip, which is fine. It's part of being human, it's going to happen. We then hold ourselves to impossible standards of getting back into it, that it becomes too much and we don't even feel like doing anything at that point. And then we just continuously get further and further behind until we get more and more stressed. Always remember, you are one single workout, one single meal, and I mean one. I don't want you to plan beyond that right now. If you're in a funk right now and you're struggling to get back into it, giving yourself future stress of like, oh my God, what am I going to do in a month? Oh my God, it's going to be too much. It's going to be too much to handle. So just focus on the next workout, your next meal, your next habit, and just do that, and then continuously build upon that. And before you know it, you're going to get that confidence back. You're going to get the momentum back. And although you may not be where you were when you fell off, you're getting there. And that's the important part. When you see yourself moving towards that direction, you start to feel better, even if you're not where you want to be. Another thing that I want to touch over, which most likely will be controversial advice, is that don't be so hard on yourself statement. And although there's a time and a place for that, when you're so behind and you feel so disappointed in yourself and you feel no confidence and you're like, I'm never going to be able to achieve my goals, I'm so lazy, like I have no discipline, telling yourself nice things is going to help, but it's not going to fix the problem, because the problem is you're not taking action. The solution to that problem is to take action. And yes, speaking kindly to yourself and not beating yourself up unnecessarily is important to get yourself to take that action. But I think a lot of people put too much emphasis on affirmations and positivity and be kind to yourself, that you get drowned in that and you don't actually do anything. And it's putting a band-aid over. You know when you're bullshitting yourself, when you're telling yourself something to make yourself feel better, but you know it's not true. You know in your heart that it's not real. And when you're not taking action and you're not working towards the goals that matter to you, you shouldn't be telling yourself everything's okay, you're perfect the way you are. You shouldn't. Now, you shouldn't be saying you're a piece of shit either, because that's not true either. Both of those are lies. You're great as a person and your existence matters, but your actions suck right now, and that's okay. But I'm not going to sit here and say don't be hard on yourself. I want you to be hard on yourself. I want you to put pressure and challenge yourself so that you can then go out and do the actions, of course, backed by being kind to yourself and having a plan and just having positivity around you. Too many people are being a little too soft with themselves. They put a band-aid over the problem. They feel good in the moment because they said something nice about themselves, or they did self-care, but not the self-care that you really need right now, which is to prove to yourself by acting towards something that you are capable of taking action. When we don't have that belief in ourselves, when we feel like we can't accomplish things, the only thing we need proof that that's true. And words and affirmations won't fix that problem. There's a time and a place to be kind to yourself and bring positivity to this, but at the same time, you need to put pressure, you need to challenge yourself, and you need to work towards reestablishing your confidence and your belief to get yourself out of that funk. And the last thing that I want to talk about, you guys, is having a plan. And at first, when you first get back into it after a funk or a long rut, whatever it may be, maybe having a super structured program may not be exactly what you need, because maybe right now you just need to prove to yourself that you can go, that you can get it done, that you can do whatever you need to do. Although not perfect, you went and did it. And that may work for the first few times, but in order to keep us going, to build back the true momentum that we had and to get back to those goals that we were working on, you need to have a plan. Time and time again, we've heard the saying, without a destination, like, you're gonna get lost. Whatever plan, method, diet plan, nutrition plan that you want to follow, that you want to do, that works for you, that's up for you to decide. But what I will tell you is that the people who succeed in getting out of funks and getting consistent and moving forward and actually achieving the goals that they want have a plan, meaning they know what they're working towards, they know what needs to be done, and they know what they have to do on a week-to-week and day-by-day basis to get there. And the more clarity you have on that, maybe not the first week or the first few weeks of getting back into it, but at some point very soon, I would say within the first 4 weeks, have something outside of that that's going to guide you and keep you going. So now that you have the momentum, now you have the confidence that you can take action, you've done a couple workouts, you're back into it, that plan will help serve you to keep you going and keep you motivated to achieve whatever the goals that you set out to achieve. I just wanted to quickly make this video to, one, show you that in real time, professionals go through this as well, and it's nothing to be ashamed of, and it doesn't mean that you're a bad person. Also, that getting back on track is not as complicated as your mind lies to you that it is. And our minds love to make everything so dramatic. At the end of the day, it's really simple, and it doesn't take much. It's just a matter of setting the intention, getting that one workout or one healthy meal or one good habit in, and then saying, okay, you did it, you can do it again, and then you just repeat and repeat and repeat until eventually you get back into it. And then once you have your plan, you're going to continue moving forward. And then eventually at some point you'll fall into another funk, but now you have the tools and the resources to get yourself out of that as soon as possible. So that's pretty much all it is. That's all it takes. That's what I do with my clients. It's what I've done with myself for the past 6 years. I've gotten better and better at it. Sometimes things don't pick up as quickly as you wish they would, but just keep focusing on that one next workout, one next meal, one next whatever, and do it until you feel like you've got it, you're back in. Sometimes it's a little slower, like mine currently. Sometimes it reverses very quickly and you're back in the game in a week. But however long it takes, keep pushing yourself in that direction, and in no time you'll be happy and proud of yourself that you did, and you'll feel so much better. So I hope that this video was encouraging, and I hope that it helped normalize how you feel. But at the same time, I'm not gonna blow fluff up your butt. Like, this is not me saying that this is an excuse to just lay out and let yourself be and feel the emotions and whatever for an extended period of time without taking anything from it. Like, you have to move forward. We have to move in the direction that's going to get us where we want to be, not lull in the place that we don't want to be, because then we're not happy and everything sucks. I hope this video was helpful, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found little nuggets of information that'll help you get out of your funk. With that all being said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, please do not forget to subscribe if you like videos like this, motivation, advice, training tips, all of the things. If you enjoy that content, please make sure to subscribe, like the video if you did enjoy it, share it with anybody you know who needs to hear this. And with all of that done, thank you guys for being here. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.